All right. So as I said before, said I was gonna go live and talk about this. So um yeah, this is definitely a game changer if the Brooklyn Nets land Andre Drummond. Now nothing is set in stone yet, but this is just a rumor. Now you had reports going out that he was going to the Lakers, but it appears that he may not want to go to the Lakers. And I'm gonna talk about LeBron James also. So I hollered at Ticket about it. You know, Ticket gave me his opinion on it, and then like we was kind of in agreement about certain things. But yeah, Andre Drummond going to the Brooklyn Nets, that's a game changer. It's just basically Brooklyn's championship to lose, and that's just fact. They gonna have firepower. They gonna have defense. You talking about Kevin Durant, James Harden, Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving, you know, um, Drummond, all on the same team. All it's gonna come down to is egos. If everybody can put their ego in check and play like a team, then they should be able to win it all. Like I said, I went from Brooklyn need to go to the finals. Now they have enough to win it all. People can holler about Blake Griffin's injuries all they want, and I don't want to hear nobody hollering about it's not fair and all that type of shit. Life ain't fair. I've said this on several occasions. What's up? I've said this on several occasions. I don't have no issue with wherever a free agent player goes because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's called free agency. You know, all I can say is people better find a way to beat them. There's no such thing as an invincible team, you know, but it's not looking good. Like I said, all they got to do is play minimal defense and they will win it. They will win it all. And I think this is also a way to celebrate Steve Nash. Steve Nash never won anything as a player, but he was a hell of a basketball player. Wasn't a good defensive player, but he was a hell of a point guard. He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Now we can make an argument about whether he should have won back-to-back MVPs. That's very debatable, but he did win it, so it is what it is. So what's gonna happen now? You're gonna have people directing their hatred towards Kevin Durant because, like I said, there's a lot of people that hate Kevin Durant. I don't know why, but they gonna try to say, the LeBron apologists gonna say that Kevin Durant took the easy way out and all that kind of shit. Look, let me explain something to you guys. They have 32 teams in the league, and I'm gonna say this again. Each team have anywhere from 12 to 14 players on their roster. The whole key to playing basketball is making shots and preventing the other team from making shots. Offense, defense. You know, at the end of the day, that's all it come down to. Like I said, the Brooklyn Nets got to play the same teams as the Lakers. This isn't the NFL where Tom Brady don't have to play all 32 teams. They have a 16 game schedule, and each year they put together 16 teams. I mean, excuse me, they put together 8 teams, 8 to 9 teams per year that Tampa Bay has to play. Tampa Bay don't play all 32 teams. So, that's why them trying to compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan is absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. So just stop it. Don't even try it. So, like I said before, I think this is I guess they trying to help D'Antonio because D'Antoni never won anything. Now he's assistant coach with Steve Nash, but really he's more the coach. Steve Nash is more like the figurehead, just the name. So they're trying to help them get to the finals and win. Like I said, if they are healthy, this is just real talk. And I'm just thinking to myself, maybe Drummond don't want to go play in Los Angeles. I don't think everybody want to play alongside LeBron. I've always said that. I've been saying that for years. I just think a lot of people don't want to play with him. It's pros and cons to playing alongside LeBron James. I've been saying that for years. Now, the LeBron James apologists ain't gonna like this. I'm sure they're, cursing the day that, you know, cursing the day that that Blake Griffin and KD was ever born, but it is what it is. Had he went to the Lakers, it wouldn't have been a problem. So now all of a sudden, the same people that's that's gonna complain about this Brooklyn Nets team is gonna be the same people that didn't have a problem with the Miami Heat team. Montrezl Harrell, he went to the Lakers, so the Lakers got a stacked team. They don't got the stacked team that the Brooklyn Nets got, but at the end of the day, they got a stacked team. And look on the bright side. This is something that people have failed to mention. If LeBron James, and it's no guarantee that LeBron James is going to the finals, but let's just say, for argument's sake, or having a debate, let's just say the Lakers do go to the finals to face the Brooklyn Nets. Like I said before, the league wants a New York, LA finals. They don't want the Utah Jazz. They don't want the Phoenix Suns. They don't want none of those teams in the finals. So let's just say the Lakers do face off against the Brooklyn Nets and they finally got the ultimate East Coast West Coast series. Brooklyn versus Los Angeles, the two biggest media markets in the world. Okay. If LeBron pulls this off with the team he currently has now and beats this super stacked Brooklyn Nets team and beat them on the up and up without us complaining about the officiating and all that kind of stuff. If they beat them on the up and up, then LeBron James is the GOAT. He's officially the GOAT. He surpassed Michael Jordan. He's the GOAT, and we have to accept it. I will officially anoint LeBron James the GOAT if this Los Angeles team beats this Brooklyn team with the firepower and the defensive presence that they're going to possibly have. I'm telling you right now. So look on the bright side. If LeBron pulls this off, if he pulls this off, he's the GOAT. It's nothing nobody can say. We can't hate. We can't be mad. We have to accept it. If he pulls this off, he's the GOAT. He is he is the greatest that ever played. So we can't so look on the bright side to the LeBron James apologists, to the LeBron sexuals. If LeBron James pulls this off and beats this Brooklyn team, this super stacked Brooklyn team, yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. And I think they will elevate him as the GOAT. They will officially crown him the greatest player of all time. So to LeBron James apologists, look on the bright side. You got a chance to finally make that clear cut argument that LeBron James is the GOAT. Like I said, if he pulls this off, he beats this Brooklyn team, he's the greatest that ever played. Well, if LeBron James fake an injury not to play in the finals, that's gonna say a lot about him. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the pressure is gonna be on LeBron to perform. I'm talking about he gonna have to, like I said, he gonna have to become Michael Jordan. He's going to have to become a scorer, not a facilitator. He's gonna have to average. He gonna have to average 32 points a game at least for this team to have a chance. So, like I said before, we ain't finna sit up here and be making no excuses. But I'm gonna tell you now, LeBron. I'm talking about they gonna be. When I say, I'm just telling you, he gonna have so much pressure on him. It ain't even gonna be funny. Well, the pressure is gonna be on on the Nets too. But at the end of the day, they still gonna look at LeBron. And I'm not giving I'm not giving the Nets a pass. What did I say? It's championship or bust. It's champion man, it's championship ship or bust. I'm not trying to hear no excuses. I'm not trying to hear nothing about the Lakers roster. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. They got to get it done. I got one word for you, LeBron James. You know, that's the pros and cons when you name LeBron James. Ain't you the king? Well, the king gonna have to find a way to get it done. The king is gonna have to find a way to get it done. We not hearing none of this stuff about he didn't have this, he didn't have that. Nike didn't send him the right color shoes. I'm not trying to hear no excuses. He got to get it done. He got to get it. He got to get it done because they used to try to downplay that when he used to get his ass basted by the Warriors. There's always was some kind of excuse. He was hurt. I don't want to hear this stuff. He got to get it done. Yes. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. LeBron got to get it done. It can't be none of this. He didn't have enough help because I hear that too much. So they better see can they get Bradley Beal? They better look at Victor Oladipo. They better try to see. I don't even know can you make any moves right now. I don't know if you can make a trade because based off what happened with this season, I don't even know can you make some trades. But they can see can they get Victor Oladipo? He gonna have to turn into Jordan. He gonna have to score. I mean, Anthony Davis is gonna have to become a true Scottie Pippen. Now, hopefully, Anthony Davis can stay healthy enough to where he can play in the finals. Because if he gets hurt, then that's gonna be all that. Well, Anthony Davis, he got hurt, so nah, ain't trying to hear it. And like I said, on the flip side, once again, Brooklyn. So it comes down to who has more pressure on them to win. I'm not trying to hear this getting on Brooklyn. I ain't trying to hear this stuff about their first year team. They need to jail. Mm-mm. It ain't none of this stuff. Oh, we're putting together a team for next year. No, you putting together a team to win now. That argument is dead. No, you're putting together a team to win this year. This year. We ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit about. Oh no, we putting together a team. We putting together a team for no. Nah. You putting together a team to win this year. Nah, it ain't gonna be none of this. Oh man, you wait till next year. Brooklyn gonna be nah. Mm-mm. Kevin Durant done been there. You can't make that excuse. Kevin Durant done played in he didn't played in 3 finals. A little bit. He got hurt, you know what I'm saying? He got hurt in the 2019 finals. So he didn't played in 3 of these. Kyrie Irving didn't played in like 4 of these. 3 of these, I think. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. They got the experience. Now, James Harden, that's a different story, but James Harden got plenty of playoff experience. Even though he would get knocked out in the Western Conference Finals or semifinals, he got experience. It's no, it's not gonna be any excuses. And as far as LeBron James go, LeBron James done been to how many of these things? How many finals LeBron James done been to? 10 of them. So it's no excuse for him. He got to figure out how to make it happen. If Anthony Davis get hurt, you're gonna have to find a way to make it happen. Hey, Magic Johnson, when Kareem went down, they needed to finish. They needed to finish the series. Magic Johnson played center, and they won the finals. So we not trying to hear no excuses. Exactly. LeBron James didn't been to 10 finals. So he's done this before. We didn't seen LeBron James in the finals every year. So how can we sit up there and say, well, he don't have enough help or somebody got hurt? He's supposed to be LeBron James. LeBron James took the mantle of being the heir apparent to Michael Jordan. He accepted it. He wanted it. So at the end of the day, he can't sit up there and say, well, I didn't win because I didn't have this guy. You are LeBron James. You are LeBron Ramon James. You got to figure a way to get it done. Right now, it's probably about the same. It's probably about the same. At the end of the day, the KD haters is they ain't gonna like this anyway. Cause they gonna find something wrong with it. They gonna say CKD, he can't win. He has to go to stack teams. He has to go. Well, like I said, man, for the most part, LeBron James did play with a bunch of stacked teams or semi stacked teams. Why when LeBron wins, he's the greatest thing we ever saw, but when he loses, he don't have enough help. So he gonna be held accountable if they don't win. Because according to some of these people, LeBron James can play all five positions at the same time. Basically, LeBron can get on the court and just play every team by himself. According to some of these people. So, like I said, at the end of the day, he gonna have to. At the end of the day, he gonna have to get it done. Yeah, the Warriors was better defensively, and they had better chemistry. But at the end of the day, the thing is with KD, that bothered me about KD. I really think KD need to have thicker skin. I think KD he one of them dudes because I know like how KD roll because like I said he one of them dudes when he get mad he hold a lot of shit in and he don't say nothing and he just let it he hold it in and then when he go off. That's Libra is the sign of the scale. Me and KD had the same birthday because I could be like that sometimes. Like I can hold a lot of shit in and take a lot of shit, but then when I explode, then be somewhere else. But I got thicker skin than KD. You gotta when you do this type of stuff. I've been doing YouTube for 6 years. I gotta have thick skin. You know what I'm saying? I done had people say horrific things to me, threaten my family, threaten my son, but at the end of the day, I kept coming back on here. So you gotta be able to take it. So that's the thing with KD. KD should have stayed with the Warriors, but at the end of the day, he let Draymond Green run him off. What he should have did is just told Draymond Green. He should have said, "Hey man, I'll tell you what. Let's just meet up somewhere in the alley, just get this over with, shake hands, and leave it at that." But now, like I said, he's in Brooklyn. He's in a good situation. He's in a real good situation. Well, you in a generation now where you have to accept it. because everybody got something to say about everybody. I mean, I criticize people, I get criticized back. Like I said, I try to, it is what it is, man. But KD, he one of them dudes. He let a lot of stuff get to him and stuff. He should have stayed at Golden State, but he's gone now. He's in Brooklyn. He has the opportunity to solidify his legacy. Now we all know that Charles Barkley is going to start, bitching about this. But I heard Charles Barkley tried to go to the Lakers, before he left Philadelphia. Then he tried to form a mini super OG team when he teamed up with Pippen and went to Houston. So I guarantee you, had Charles Barkley won a ring, he wouldn't be talking the way he was talking. You got to understand, a lot of this comes from, a lot of, animosity and anger because Charles Barkley couldn't get it done. Charles Barkley was an exceptional basketball player. Don't like the dude as a person, but hey. So I'm expecting Charles Barkley to go on full fledged rant, about see, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody don't want to play against each other. Everybody want to go play with each other. And that's the problem. I wanted to play against these dudes. But now, all of a sudden, you got everybody running to every team. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up. Nigga, if you had won, you wouldn't be talking like this. Shut your ass up. What up, CB? Shut your ass up. I'm just look, at the end of the day, they still gonna have to make it work. I already said this, Christian. I said this, man. Kyrie Irving, man, if he going to the finals trying to compete with his own teammate for the spotlight and trying to be the finals MVP, this is gonna blow up. I hope that I hope that Kyrie Irving keep it together, but I'm worried about this. I am worried about this. Kyrie Irving, if he can keep it together, they should be fine. But if Kyrie Irving go in there saying, "I'm gonna make up for what happened with LeBron," nah, this my finals MVP, and then he takes shots away from KD, because at the end of the day, they want KD to be the closer. KD is gonna be the dude that's gonna seal the deal. So technically, they want KD to be the dude. They want him. They want people to follow behind KD. But like I said, the Kyrie Irving take away shots from KD, and let's just say they lose a couple of games, you know, where they could have won, or let's just say they could win this series like in 5 games, and Kyrie Irving, because he get ahead of himself and he trying to compete with his teammates, then they gonna get on him. Keep in mind, they already don't like Kyrie Irving. A lot of people don't like Kyrie Irving. You got the LeBron fans that don't like him, and then people don't like him because he said he believed that Kobe Bryant should be the new logo of the NBA. So y'all have to watch out for that. So Kyrie Irving is gonna have to play damn near perfect basketball. He gonna have to play perfect basketball when it comes to distributing the ball and scoring. He's gonna have to pick his spots. Because if Kyrie Irving going to those finals just hoisting up 25 shots and they don't win the game, then we gonna be right back here. People gonna be going off on Kyrie Irving. Mark my words. We done this for a while. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is why Kyrie Irving is gonna have to play damn near perfect, flawless basketball. Because, like I said, if he take shots away from KD and even Harden at times and make it about himself, like I said, they're gonna go after him. This is fact. This is fact. I promise you, they gonna go after him. He has to be careful. Make sure KD get his touches. Like I said, the thing why it worked out well with the Golden State Warriors, like I keep saying, whether you like Stephen Curry or not, or whatever the case may be, think he overrated. I don't think Stephen Curry is overrated. I think it's impossible for a two-time league MVP, the only unanimous MVP, to be overrated. I think sometimes Stephen Curry, he get up for games, sometimes he don't. Sometimes he's into the game, sometimes he isn't. But one thing, the reason why it worked in Golden State, like I told you, Steph Curry don't have to take 25 shots to score like 30 points. He could take 15 shots and score 30 points. Cuz I mean, if he hits 10 three-pointers, you know what I'm saying? That's 30 points. So he doesn't have to take a lot of shots. That's why it worked. KD was still able to get his 15 to 18 shots. Stephen Curry was able to get his 15 shots. Klay Thompson was able to get his 12 to 15 shots. Draymond Green was able to get his 6 to 10 shots. So that's why it worked. Kyrie can't go in there hoisting up 25 shots. Keep in mind keep in mind people complained about him at times doing that in Cleveland, taking shots away from LeBron James. So he's gonna have to, like I said, he's gonna have to make sure people get their touches. That's all I'm saying. Well, I've been saying this about, Steph Curry. Like I said, when he has one bad game, then all of a sudden he goes from a great player to he's overrated. Everybody had bad games. I don't want to go into that. I already told you, Percy, why I think a lot of reasons why Steph Curry get the type of hate that he gets. I already then went into that, and I don't like it, and I think it's stupid, and I think we should be past that. I don't understand that. Like I said, people hate the dude. They just find something wrong with the dude. I'm still trying to figure out how can a two-time league MVP, a scoring champion, a two-time three-point shooting winner is overrated. I keep trying to tell you this. Let me explain something to y'all. This is for the slow people. If the Warriors don't draft Stephen Curry, they don't even get put in a position where they won three championships, because it all started with Steph Curry. Steph Curry turned that franchise around. Like I said, back in the day, you couldn't pay people to come to Oakland and watch the Golden State Warriors. When you go to a Golden State Warriors game, you can buy tickets where you could buy tickets for like $5. And by halftime, you can ease your way down to the floor. Like I said, you couldn't pay people to buy Warrior tickets. They would literally have to give Warrior tickets away. So they draft this guy out of Davidson. They draft this kid out of Davidson. And keep in mind, people thought Stephen Curry wasn't gonna be nothing more than a journeyman. I was one of the very few people, when I watched Stephen Curry play at Davidson, I said, this kid can play. I told everybody when he entered the draft, I said, if he is available at number 7, the Warriors better draft him. I saw it in Stephen Curry at Davidson. I say he gonna be a game changer. I say he gonna revolutionize 3-point shooting, and he gonna revolutionize taking less amount of shots and being able to score like 30 points. And I was hoping, like, please let all these teams. I was praying that the Knicks didn't draft Stephen Curry, but then they wasn't a lot of the thing was a lot of people wasn't checking for Stephen Curry. Like I said, the reports on him, he was gonna be a bench player. He was gonna be like a spot up shooter from time to time. And I told people Stephen Curry can do everything. He can create his own shot. He can create shots for people. Now, Stephen Curry ain't the best defensive player in the world, but he ain't the worst defensive player in the world. And man, when the Warriors called his name at number 7, I say it is on. Then they went and draft uh Clay Thompson, Harrison Barnes. They started putting together a team. Then Chris Cohan finally sold the team. Chris Cohan wasn't about winning. Then, unfortunately, you had Don Nelson, who was about to ruin Stephen Curry's career, because Don Nelson is notorious for not playing rookies. And I knew that they needed to get rid of Don Nelson right away. And keep in mind, the Warriors made it work, even though Stephen Curry had to play alongside what's his name? Uh Monte Ellis. And I was dying laughing. I remember when they was playing alongside each other, Monte Ellis and Stephen Curry, and I was dying laughing. And I remember all the newspaper articles were saying that eventually the Warriors was gonna have to decide out of Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis. And I said, well, we already know who this choice would be. I said, hey, and the thing is with Monte Ellis, the reason why he didn't work out with Golden State because he tried to become too much of a lone wolf. Monte Ellis was taking too many ill-advised shots. I knew that game that they had where he scored like 36 points, but he took like 32 shots. I said he not gonna be there. So they did the right thing. Monte Ellis just, he tried to do too much lone wolf stuff. He didn't sometimes want to play team ball. He was more worried about his stats and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why they let him go because they wanted to build a team around Stephen Curry and they knew that they couldn't build a team or be able to compete for a championship as long as he was on the team. That's why they went on the draft Clay Thompson because Clay Thompson was a good shooter and they thought him and Stephen Curry would play well together. So that's why they drafted Clay Thompson. Then they went and drafted Harrison Barnes, and then they started putting that team together. Brought in Iguodala. What's the other guy's name? Damn, what was that other dude's name? The white dude. So it started with them, but they knew that Don Nelson was going to eventually like mess up the team. So that's why they got rid of Don Nelson. Kudos to them. Then they brought in, well, you know who, brought in Mark, which, by the way, it's appalling that he can't get another job. It's appalling. It's appalling. It's despicable. Yeah, they had Bogut. They brought in all them guys. No, not him. The other dude. What's his name? David Lee. David Lee. Yeah, Lee. And and they built that team, and it started from there. Then they started to, replace certain key components with certain components, and they made it work. Like I said, they don't draft Stephen Curry, they don't have no 3 rings, and I'm telling you that right now. Book it. It started with him. Yeah, David Lee. Yeah, Mark Jackson. It's a travesty. Yeah, I know. Harrison Barnes didn't play that good in the other series, but at the end of the day, remember that's why I keep telling people what was the argument about KD going to the Golden State Warriors. They had an opening. Barnes left. KD came in. What's the problem? They had an opening. They lost that series. So I don't know why everybody was up in arms. I never understood that. Nah, David Lee was solid. Nah, he was solid. I don't have that bad to say about him. He could play. Yeah, he could play. Yeah, it came. Yeah, people just like I said, man. The attacks that I had to see with the Golden State Warriors, it was just tripping me out. I was like, why don't nobody like this team? People act like they got a bunch of villains and stuff on their team and stuff. It's not like they had a Karl Malone on the team. People was just mad because for that time, you know, everybody was talking about Northern California instead of Southern California. So that's what it was. Everybody was getting everybody was getting up in arms because Northern California 4 minutes getting all the attention. The Lakers wasn't what they was. The Clippers, everybody like the situation that both the Clippers and the Lakers are in now because they feel like, okay, the Warriors are down for right now. So this is the best chance to get either the Lakers or the Clippers in the finals. I keep telling you, the league don't want the Utah Jazz. They don't want no damn Utah Jazz or no Phoenix Suns in the finals. Not right now. Not while this pandemic shit going on. People want to see LeBron versus KD. Because at the end of the day, that's gonna be the marquee matchup. Once again, KD is 2-1 versus LeBron in the finals. Or as Bill Cosby would say, KD owns LeBron in the finals. Give me some Jello pudding. KD owns LeBron. So shout out to Bill Cosby, man. Free Bill Cosby. Yeah, yeah, Jay. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Adam Silver send that whole team some poisonous pizza in the hey, he'd do a reverse. He'd do a reverse. He'd do a reverse. What they did to Michael Jordan. He had that whole team eat some pizza with. Well, see. I mean, right. Well, all right, body stature. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I didn't want to say it, but I think that has a lot to do with it. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, that's spot on. I didn't want to go that route, but so yeah, I'm just saying nobody want to go. Nobody don't want to go to Utah right now for the finals. I'm just keeping it a buck. They want to be between New York and LA. They want to be between New York and LA. This what they wanted. Keep in mind, I keep trying to tell y'all, they didn't want the Indiana Pacers in the finals versus the Lakers. They wanted the New York Knicks to go. Like I said, at the end of the day, hey, even the front office had preference who they want to see. They know what makes a lot of money. Like I keep trying to tell y'all, and they don't like. I'm gonna tell you two things the NBA don't like. I'm gonna tell you two things the NBA don't like. They don't like small market teams going to the finals, and they definitely don't like sweeps because the quicker a series ends, the less money they make. So they want every series to go at least 5 or 6 games. So they want the Lakers. And that's another thing why they didn't like those Golden State Warrior teams because for the most part they was okay. They was dominant. They won one championship in 6 games. They won one in five, and then they had one in a sweep. They don't like sweeps. That's one of the reasons why, to a certain degree, they was kind of happy about the Chicago Bulls because the Chicago Bulls they never swept anybody. The only championship they won, which was their first one, they won in like 5 games. But all the other ones, I think the other five, they won in six because Michael Jordan never played the seventh game. I'm gonna try to get him on here. You ain't got to worry about Utah because they not going to the finals. So you ain't got to worry about Utah. They ain't going to the finals this year. Like I said, it's gonna be either the Clippers. It's gonna be either the Clippers or the Lakers playing Brooklyn. I don't think nobody is beating Brooklyn. Nobody. When I say nobody is beating Brooklyn, nobody beating Brooklyn. Yeah, I hate to say that, but the Kings should have went to the finals. They should have went to the finals. Definitely. So what the Bucks ain't going to the finals? The Bucks ain't going to the finals. The Bucks had a chance to go. The Bucks had a chance to go 2 years in a row, and they just blew it. They blew it because they would choke. I think now I'll say this about Giannis. I commend Giannis for staying put in Milwaukee, but at the end of the day, once again, not right now. Not right now. Because of the pandemic, they won a New York LA finals. You guys know that they're gonna start allowing, spectators, fans in the stands now. Um California opens up April the 1st. So they gonna want some fans. They gonna want some fans in the stands. So this is another reason why they pressured Gavin Newsom to open up California because they hoping for a New York LA finals. And I think by the time the finals roll around, they gonna probably have most of these stadiums, if not at full capacity, worst case scenario, probably 50%. I promise you that if it's a New York LA finals, they gonna find a way to at least have those stadiums like 50%. Cause like I said before, if you understand if you understand economics, the NBA can't afford to keep not having personal fan attendance. They can write it off 1 year, but they can't do this. They can't keep doing this where they don't have fans for the next 3 or 4 years because it ain't gonna be no NBA, or they gonna ask these players to take a pay cut, and you know damn well these players ain't gonna take a pay cut. So just telling you, All right, you guys. Thanks for tapping in. I'm gonna talk some boxing later on. Definitely gonna talk a lot of boxing. I'm out.